Right. People from everywhere. Once again, Ethiopia, uh, Johannesburg, Hungary, Netherlands, Hawaii, Chicago, Ohio, Nigeria, Spain, Scotland. It's not Scottish, it's crap. Canada, Arkansas. All right, Croatia, Australia, South Africa, uh, California, Brantford, Cape Cod. All right. Well, I love it. I love that everybody's here. Love to see your smiling faces. I'm excited about our training today. If you were on the first training or if you watched the first training, I mentioned that I just moved into my dream house. And I told you I was going to give you a tour today because last time on Friday, it was very dark and overcast. And unfortunately, and a big part of the home is this epic view. And unfortunately, although it was absolutely beautiful, sunny, crystal clear skies yesterday, it got rainy and cloudy again today. So I'm going to hold off on that tour till next time. But I will tell you a quick story about this house. I was driving by. Oh, first of all, welcome. I'm Christian Michelson, #1 bestselling author, and this training is the client multiplier system: how to turn one client into 2 to 10 or more. So I used to live in San Diego. I live in Puerto Rico that's my home base. But I lived in San Diego for a long time. Well, I grew up in Chicago. I moved to San Diego back in 2003. Hi, Allison in France. And I moved to San Diego, and then I was driving up to Mount Soledad at night one time, and I got turned around and I saw this area where these homes were when the view was incredible. And I kept driving up this way, and I saw this house actually two doors over under construction. And it was very, very interesting looking home, round, like very curvy. And my dad came into town visiting, and so I was like, I'm going to drive him over this way and kind of show him this little area and how beautiful the homes are and the view is. And as we were driving up, they had the door open, and they had an easel in the doorway with a picture of the house on the cover of Dream Homes magazine. They had a blown up picture on the easel. And so I just pulled into the driveway, and I was like, it must be an open house. So my dad and I walked inside. My dad was like frozen in, like, I don't know if just because of how beautiful the view was or how opulent the house was, but he would not, like, he just stood in one place basically. And the guy, there were people walking around, and somebody came over and he's like, are you part of the broker caravan? And I was like, oh no, it looked like you were maybe having an open house or something. He's like, no, we're not having an open house, but he's like, go ahead and walk around. So I looked around the house, and I was just like, the view was epic, the house was epic, and I immediately was like, how do I make this house a reality? And at the time, I was probably making maybe $100,000 a year, and the taxes on the house would probably be more than $100,000 a year. And I just was thinking, okay, how do I manifest this sucker? What do I have to become? How much value do I need to create in the world in order to manifest this home? And so then I started driving over to the house because no one was living in it. And I would like park in the driveway, and then I would walk around the back of the house and then go like sit on the balcony and just like soak in the view and just soak in the opulence and just imagine what it would be like to be in this home. And it had gone on and off the market many times over the years. And then last year, I started working on getting financing for it. And now that I live in Puerto Rico, getting the mortgage was not working out. And then the same builder built this house, put this one on the market. And this one, same view, it's brand new. The other house was 16 years, was built 16 years ago. This house was built last year. I'm the first person to live in it. And so finally, yes, I was a house stalker. I think you got to, one of the keys to success is stalking your dreams, like not in a creepy way, certainly, don't stalk people. But, just really, either I would have pictures of it on my dream vision board. I put it in like a mind movie and, and now I'm here. So yeah, it's just, I live in Puerto Rico still, but when I'm in San Diego, this is my vacation home or summer home, whatever you want to call it. So, but I'll give you a tour sometime soon when the sun is out and it's yeah, and the sky is clear and you can see the full. I'll give you the whole experience of it. And I'm sharing that story with you just partly to tell you, like, whatever you dream of, you can manifest. And the secret for me, the big secret, was obviously getting started in coaching. I didn't get started in coaching because I thought I would become a multimillionaire. I got started in coaching because I wanted to do something that I loved, that actually helped people, that made a difference. And but one of the secrets to becoming wealthy enough to make all your dreams come true is working for yourself. Because when you work for yourself, the sky's the limit to how much money you can make. And, when you work for someone else, you maybe get, small incremental increases from time to time. But when you work for yourself, there's no limit to how much you make. In this coaching industry, you can do one-on-one coaching, group coaching, online training programs, your own live events, all the stuff. But the easiest way to get started is with one-on-one coaching. And it's the fastest way to start really increasing your revenue. And then Drew just posted here in the comments, I keep manifesting Sophia Vergara. And, something to keep in mind when you're manifesting is this or something better. This or something better. So I'm not actually in my dream home 2 houses over. I'm in a brand new, even better one. And, Sophia, I don't know if she's in a relationship or not, but, you can certainly manifest. You want to be like this or something better. So you don't want to get too attached to the thing that you want to manifest. All right. So I've got a PowerPoint ready for us here, and we'll get going here. I'll share you the client manifester, the client multiplier system. Sorry, I read manifest in the chat there. Okay, so here we are. And I want to recommend, I think I mentioned this before, that if you're going to be here, I'm going to share my best ideas with you. And if you're going to be here, then really be here. Have your camera on, have your turn off the distractions, really be here. If you were on live for session 1, or you watch the video of session 1, then I'm not holding back and I'm sharing lots of great training. So if you're going to be here, really be here and get the most out of it. This could be the day that everything changes for you, and I hope it is. Yeah. So we are posting the recordings of these sessions, but we have bonus content at the end that's only available for people who are here live. And we have something new today that we didn't do last time in our bonus session. So you're going to want to be here for this full training. We also have a drawing too, which I'm going to announce the winner from last time, and I'll mention the how to win if you want to win one of our programs. All right, and my team is reminding me something. Okay, thank you, team. Let's do this. Okay. Notice I'm in a different set. That was one of the reasons why I'm also showing you my home by being in a different place each time. Maybe later I'll even give you a better shot at this at my office here. This is my first time actually working in my office. Normally, if I'm working, I'm sitting on the couch, soaking in the epic view. All right, so if you're going to be here now. Turn off distractions, put on your camera. Let me see your sexy smiley face. Show me your coach face. Show me that coach face. Nice. Okay. Don't worry if you missed the first session. You can watch the recording of that. Just really be here right now. It's not a sequential thing like, oh my God, you're not going to know. It's like this stuff won't make sense unless you study the other stuff. No, this stuff will make sense on its own. House tour coming soon. All right, what else was I about to say something? I don't know. Let's just get going here. So yes, the client multiplier system hosted by me, coaching industry leader, #1 bestselling author, and 4-time Inc. 5000 award winner. Does anyone know how long the presentation will last? I don't know. I would say at least 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. In our first session, I revealed how to create a results-based coaching package that people will gladly buy. I also gave away my best-selling book, Get Clients Today, and showed you how to set yourself up as an authority in the mind of your prospects and so much more. And today you'll discover how to turn your clients into raving fans that tell everyone they know about you, how to create lots of buzz and get everyone talking about you, one simple trick to get clients lined up around the block to work with you, how to make it easy for people to recommend you to their friends and family, and how you can spend less time marketing and have clients come to you on autopilot without ads. Now let's talk about that mega giveaway winner from our first masterclass. I'll tell you what the drawing is, then I'll tell you what the winner is from last one, and we'll do it kind of in reverse order here. So watch today's training all the way to the end, and then go to the Coach Club Facebook group and post your 3 biggest takeaways. What did you 3 things you found most valuable? And you'll have a chance to win one of my programs valued at $1,000 or $2,000. You get to pick whichever program you want. These are the 4 programs you can choose from: Group Coaching Goldmine, Rapid Results Coaching Academy, Discover Your Perfect Niche, and Confident Coach. So you can pick whichever one of those prizes you want. And the winner from last time, okay, I'm shaking the desk, right? I don't know. Okay, the winner is Mark Nelson. Mark Nelson, congratulations on your victory. Email support@coacheswithclients.com. Only Mark Nelson do this. And we'll be able to find if you're actually Mark Nelson from our system. So no cheaters. Email support@coacheswithclients.com and let us know which of those programs you want for free, Mark Nelson. Everybody else, you can decide which program you want for free and watch this training all the way to the end. And then after the program's over, go to the Coach Club Facebook group and share with us your 3 most valuable learnings. Okay, here we go. How I discovered the client multiplier system. Well, before I became a coaching industry leader, #1 bestselling author, and grew a multi-million-dollar business, I was an insecure kid from a family on welfare who were secondhand clothes, actually third-hand clothes that were over a decade out of style. And as I was growing my coaching business, I was constantly stressed and worried about losing my house. I would get clients, lose clients. I would, sometimes I'd sign up clients and I'd feel like, oh man, I'm amazing. Or my clients would get great results. I'm like, oh, I'm so good. And then sometimes clients, would finish up and then would not renew. Anyway, I was on this financial roller coaster. I was on this confidence roller coaster. And I was constantly worried that I was going to lose my house and my car because I was falling behind on my mortgage and my car payments. And then I realized that I wasn't really afraid of becoming homeless, because I was like, why am I so worried about losing my house? I'm like, I know if I lose my house, I could, stay at somebody else's house or get a roommate somewhere. Or even if I became homeless, I was like, well, am I really worried about being homeless? like, that doesn't feel that scary. I'm like, what am I really worried about? And I realized that I wasn't afraid of losing my house and being homeless. I was afraid of feeling shame, humiliation, feeling like a failure. Because as a kid, I got teased for my clothes that were out of style. And I saw kids who had nice toys and things. People would say, "Oh, I'll be your best friend if you let me play with that toy." And so I linked up in my mind that people don't like me, even though maybe it wasn't personal, all the teasing about my clothes that were out of style, but it felt personal. But I linked up in my mind that people don't like you when you're poor, and people do want to be your best friend when you're rich. And so I had all this shame around being poor. And I bought a home when I was pretty young. I bought a house when I was my first house when I was, I think, like 23 or 24. And so then, it made me feel like, oh, look, I'm successful. And then if I lost my house, that would mean no longer do I get to keep the successful identity, but now I could go back to feeling all the shame and humiliation that I felt as a kid growing up. Now I realize that all of our fears are fears of feelings. This is going to be really important as we talk about the client multiplier system, because one of the things that we're going to need to help our clients do is manage fears. Fears are things that keep us from achieving everything that we want. It's really, that's the number one biggest thing that keeps us from what we want, is our fears. And all of our fears are fears of feelings. Now, some of our fears are physical feelings, like falling from something high or getting burned or something. But most of our fears are fears of emotional feelings. I'll tell you more about that later. After this realization, everything in my business took off. I changed my focus and I started focusing on getting clients and helping them the best that I could. And I stopped worrying about losing my house. And one of the things that many of us know, if you've studied personal growth, is that what you focus on grows. And so we often, if we focus on getting clients, we're going to get more clients. If we focus on making more money, we're going to make more money. If our focus is on losing clients, if our focus is on losing our house, right? If our focus is on worrying about being homeless, like we could manifest those negative realities too. So I healed my fear of the shame of being poor, and I just started doing the best I could with the clients I got. And I used some special tools and techniques to help my clients get deep, profound, and lasting changes. I'm going to talk about those today as well. If you do deep inner work, you're going to love this training. If you don't do deep inner work, you might decide, could be an idea, could be something to add to your toolbox. And if you don't have any clients yet, the first training and our upcoming trainings are going to help you get clients. And this training, if you have even one client, it's going to show you how to turn them into multiple clients. And one of those ways is, well, I won't give away the secret, but it's related to this work. Because I was having deep, powerful impact on my clients, they became raving fans, which allowed my business to grow super fast. People were getting fast results, and it was easy for them to refer clients to me. I was able to turn one client into 2 to 10 clients, which took the pressure off having to hustle all the time. All these clients were predisposed to working with me and were ready to say yes to my high fees. I didn't have to work harder or market more. My clients did most of the work for me. I also didn't have to worry about where I was going to get my next client, which meant more stability and certainty in my business. Would anybody here like to have a business like that, where your clients are so happy with your results that they tell everybody they know about you? And then the people they tell about you, not only do they tell people about you, but then the people they tell come around and want to work with you and hire you. And then what if they hired you for your highest fees ever? Who would like that? So what's in it for you? Better results for your clients means more clients and more money for you. The better you help your clients, the more income you make, because you can charge more and you can work as much or as little as you want. And I usually work part-time. I've actually been working part-time since my oldest daughter was born 12 and a half years ago. You can work from home or anywhere in the world with internet. Plus, you're going to have more confidence when you make your offers. When you're really good at getting people results, you have more confidence. More confidence means more clients and better results for your clients, because your clients will follow you more when you're really confident, and when they pay more, because when clients pay, they pay attention. Less worrying about finding clients and more fun helping your clients get amazing results. I mentioned I won the Inc. 5000 award for being one of the fastest growing companies in America. I did it 4 years in a row. I get to hang out with some of the biggest and most well-known influencers and personal growth experts in the world. This is a picture of a little mastermind thing that was right on the beach this is basically where I live in Puerto Rico. This is the beach I walk on every day. Get to hang out with lots of cool peeps. And have lots of time to hang out with my kids. I just took them to the sugar factory for Zoe's birthday. Got this giant stack of pancakes, which are actually still sitting in my refrigerator as leftovers because they didn't eat much of them. But anyway, who's ready to dive in? So there's four steps to the client multiplier system. I'm going to share the overview of these 4 steps with you, and then we'll dive deeper into each one. First thing you want to do is you want to create a wow experience for your clients. Second thing you want to do is you want to get your clients incredible results. The third thing you want to do is get your clients to give you great testimonials. You could be really good at what you do. You could help your clients really get incredible results, but still not get great testimonials from them. Has anybody ever done that? Like, you really helped a client make a big shift, but they didn't give you a testimonial, or they tried to give you a testimonial, but it wasn't very compelling. So I'm going to solve that for you. And if you haven't been coaching yet, then this is going to start you off right out of the gates. And then the 4th step is to make it easy for clients to tell everybody about you. So a lot of people talk about like getting referrals, and they have referral getting systems. I think this is the ultimate referral getting system, the client multiplier system, because it doesn't require you to ever ask your clients for a referral. Who here has ever felt like, boy, I want to ask my clients for referrals, but ooh, it kind of feels kind of yucky, you know? Or who does it doesn't feel yucky, but maybe it's not that effective anyway. Well, this is the way to get people to want to refer you and naturally refer you without pretty much not even ever having to ask, although you certainly could. So let's dive into the client multiplier system even deeper. How do you wow your clients? Well, you want to give them more than they expect. Surprise and delight them. You might send them copies of best-selling books to your mastermind clients. You might have welcome packets with branded swag that makes them feel welcomed into an exclusive special community. You might have upgrades, special pricing for live events, discounted tickets, etc., as thank yous for being part of your community. Extra coaching calls so they can get results even faster, and so that they feel like you're there for them. If you want to have raving fans who refer clients to you, then you want to help them get stunning results. You want to help them. You want to help make them rich, make them happy, make them thin, increase their sales, help them turn their kids' bad behavior around, help them have the best sex of their lives, help them find love. Whatever it is that you do as a coach, you want to help them get stunning results. This ties into training number 1, where we talked about picking a specific result to help people get. So how do you get great results for your clients? This also ties back into training number 1 about understanding what your clients want. So you need to understand what your clients' needs, desires, and wants are so that you can help them achieve their goals. And then you're going to want to utilize the 5-step client breakthrough system. This is a powerful system that I created for helping my clients get incredible results. And this is also, I train coaches how to use this 5-step client breakthrough system in my coach training program. It's called Rapid Results Coaching Academy, the coach training and certification program. And we follow this 5-step client breakthrough system. This is the most complete way of helping clients make big changes because it covers every possible domain that could be either speeding up their success or slowing down their success. So this is some breakthrough. This 5-step client breakthrough system is a breakthrough system in and of itself. Now, some of these you may have heard of, some of these you may have thought of, but it's not likely that too many people have heard this 5-step system as a comprehensive system, and unless you've heard of it from me before. You're going to want to make sure you address all these areas when you create a coaching program, or even just when you coach your clients one-on-one. If your client's not getting the results they want or not getting them fast enough, it's possible that you may be overlooking one of these factors. And then one of the things you're going to want to do is do deep inner work with your clients, as I alluded to earlier, and I'm going to allude to even more in a moment. Here is the 5-step client breakthrough system. First thing we help our clients do is clarify their vision and direction. The second thing we help clients do is strategize their actions. Then we help them upgrade their skills. We help them optimize their environment. And finally, we help them master their mind and emotions. So clarify their vision and direction. Most people are not very clear on what they want for their life, for their business, for their relationship. Helping them get clarity is super valuable. When people know what they want, then they can move on to the next step, which is how do they get it? It's important for them to not only know what they want, but why they want it, because the why is going to drive them. The why is what's going to get them out of bed in the morning to chase their dreams. Step 2, strategize their actions. Just like most people aren't clear about what they want, most people don't have a clear action plan to get what they want. And if they do have an action plan, it's not a well thought out or strategic action plan. There are lots of ways to help your clients create a plan, but the most important thing is to create a plan that works for them. You don't want to just create, here's a plan. It's like, oh God, but that doesn't suit my strengths. That doesn't suit my natural tendencies. Maybe it still can work anyway, but what if you had a customized plan that was tailored to them? That would make it a lot easier for them to succeed. The third thing you want to help your clients do is upgrade their skills. In order to achieve results as quickly as possible, it's important to have the necessary skill sets. You'll need to be able to assess your clients' skill gaps and help them prioritize which ones are most important to focus on first. Because it's true, there's probably a lot of things we can improve on. There's probably a lot of skills we can improve on, right? If you're a business owner, there's marketing skills, sales skills, leadership skills, time management skills, delegation skills, hiring skills, probably tons of others too, right? If you're in dating, right? If you're a dating coach, then there's flirting skills, dating skills, texting skills, bedroom skills, right? There's all kinds of things that somebody could get good at to get better at dating. And then out of all those skills, you got to figure out, well, which one's most important, right? If you're coaching a business owner, what's the most important skill for a business owner? Well, it depends on the business owner, because, maybe they're already really good at something, but the thing they need most, the thing holding them back the most, is something that is not necessarily the most important for most people, but for that particular person, it is the most important. So you need to be able to assess their skills, and then help them prioritize those skills. And then, of course, you need to be able to work with your clients to help them to upgrade any skill they may need to improve, even if it's not a skill that you're particularly good at yourself. In the Rapid Results Coaching Academy, I teach people how to help our clients improve those skills, even if it's not a skill area that they're good at. And then, of course, we want to help our clients optimize their environment. Your environment is either a secret super helper or a silent assassin. I want you to imagine if you were going to try to lose weight. Anybody here ever try to lose weight before? So if you were going to try to lose weight and if you lived with a bunch of people, let's say it was a roommate or your significant other or your kids or all of the above, and everybody else did not want to lose weight. And there was tons of tempting food all over the place in your kitchen and throughout your house, just like in plain sight. And then anytime your family's having a meal, you eat the healthy options, but then they're like, ooh, why don't you have some of this delicious something here? Oh, don't you want this? Oh, I bet you wish you could have this. Like, can you imagine like how hard it would be to stay on a diet when the food right there is tempting you and everybody in your environment is taunting you? Is that going to be easier to lose weight or harder to lose weight? It's hard enough on your own, but when your environment is conspiring against you, it's going to be very difficult. On the flip side, imagine if you get everybody in your family on board, maybe even to go along and be on the same diet you're on, or if not, to be super supportive and helpful so they don't do any of that taunting. And maybe if they are ever going to eat some, tempting foods that you really like, that they're going to go out, go for a drive and go get it. And so it's not in the house. And imagine, I always say that I'm not stronger than chocolate, but I'm smarter than chocolate. So, I could have my house filled with lots of tempting foods. You could have a plate full of chocolate chip cookies sitting on the kitchen counter and walk by it 20 times and say no to it 20 times a day. Like, oh, be tempted. And like, no, be tempted. No. And like, so proud of yourself. You're using your willpower 20 times. You overcame your desire for those chocolate chip cookies. But then on time number 21, you walked by, maybe I'll have just one, and one leads to the whole plate or the whole bag, right? So what if instead of having the tempting foods out in plain sight, what if they just weren't in the house at all? The stuff that you don't want to be eating on your diet. And if on the flip side, what if you had all the healthy, delicious alternatives in the house, washed, chopped, and ready to eat so that they're easy? So the idea here is you want to make friction between you and the things that don't serve you, and eliminate friction from you and the things that do serve you. The environment is one of the most powerful things that impact our results, and we usually don't even notice it. Obviously, there's a saying that we become like our 5 closest friends, or we have our net worth becomes like our 5 closest friends. There's 3 different types of environments that you can optimize for yourself and for your clients. Your physical environment, right? Physically take control of your environment and get rid of. I went without television for 10 years because I noticed I was like being lazy and watching a lot of TV and not staying focused on my business. And I was like, I'm not going to get where I want to go with TV in my life, right? And then eventually I decided to optimize my life by adding television back in. When I got rid of TV, I lived in a condo and we had a clubhouse, and I could go downstairs and watch sporting events with my friends, basketball, football, and stuff like that with friends down at the clubhouse. So even though I didn't have it in my house, I had, access to it. Then later, as I already became a lot more successful, I decided to add TV back in. I didn't have a clubhouse nearby. I ended up, getting a house. So I ended up adding TV back in, but after 10 years of not having it. So you can optimize your physical environment. You can optimize your people environment, right? You can get the people who are in your environment to become your allies. You can find new people to hang out with, right? If you want to get in great shape, go find some exercise buddies, right? Get a personal trainer, join a fitness group, find a jogging group or a walking group, or get into a sports league and become friends with people who are doing the kinds of things that you want to be doing. And then there's your idea environment, your mental environment. What are you feeding your mind? Are you feeding yourself great ideas, personal growth, business growth, books, audio programs and stuff like that? Or are you just, filling it with crazy, the bad news on TV, trashy shows that, don't really do much for you? Hey, there's nothing wrong with, the 80-20 rule, right? You want to spend 80% of your idea environment getting great ideas, and maybe 20% just, having, watching the news or, watching Game of Thrones or whatever, and not the other way around, right? So that is optimizing your environment. And then the last one of number 5 is helping your clients master their mind and emotions. The biggest thing holding people back from getting everything they want is themselves. There are a lot of different techniques to help your clients master their mind and emotions. And there are a handful of them that I really loved and use personally, and I'll share that with you. 90% of success is inner work. Let's do a quick test. Let's take a quick break from the PowerPoint. I want to see all your smiling faces. Show me your coach face, guys. Have your cameras on. Have your cameras on. Be here with me. All right. So we're going to do a quick test to see if you have if there's anything in your mind and emotions that could be stopping you from being successful. First test is, I want you to imagine having all the clients and money that you want, however much that is. You can have all the clients and money you want, and I want you to notice what that feels like. Who here, raise your hand if it feels good. When you imagine having all the clients and money you want, who here it feels good? Yes. Keep your hand up if it feels good. All right. Now, also raise your hand. You can put your hands down. Now, who here, when you imagine having all the clients and money that you want, who here feels a little freaked out by it? It's a lot of hands up. So, and you know what, for this, just use your physical hand, not the hand raise button, because I want to see your smiling faces. Thank you. So if the thing you want also scares you, do you think there could be a problem there? Maybe. All right, let's do another one. Let's do another test. Who here wants to get, let's say, a client for $10,000 or more? Who here would love to get a client that signs up for $10,000? And I want you to notice what it would feel like to get a client for $10,000 or more. And I want you to notice, then raise your hand if it feels good. Okay. Now raise your hand if it also feels a little freaky. Yikes. All right. So the things we want scare us. Why? Well, isn't true for all people. I know not everybody, some people was like, yes, it feels good. And then you're just like, oh, but does it feel scary or freaky? No. So that's great. Not everybody feels that way. But most do for most of our goals. So this isn't just true for you. This is true for all of your clients. So you're going to need some systems and tools to help them master their mind and emotions. And especially for us coaches in our coaching businesses, we're going to have to do a lot to master our mind and emotions around money. I used to feel like it wasn't fair for some people to become rich when other people are poor. Now I realize pretty much anybody can become rich. The hardest part about becoming rich for me was mastering my mind and emotions around money. I had so much emotional hangups. When I was in first grade, my birthday is in middle of November, November 17th, by the way. Anybody wants to send me some birthday presents? My birthday is November 17th, and then Christmas is December 25th. And so I got some money for my birthday, and then I got some money for Christmas, and I got a new wallet with Velcro. Velcro was like brand new. And I went to school and I showed my friends my new wallet, and I showed my friends all my money. And at the end of the day, I grabbed my jacket and my wallet and my money were gone. Yes. So I think we all have money traumas. Who's here had any money trauma? Right? You had some kind of thing happen. Maybe you were a kid, maybe as an adult. I had somebody on my team embezzled $55,000 from me 4 years ago. I made an investment, $170,000 investment that looks like either the guy that I invested with, which was a friend of a friend, right? Like somebody vouched for him, and he either was swindling us or just was a total mess and screwed it all up. But it's not looking good that I'm going to get that money back either. So, we may have all had some financial things that makes us feel like life isn't fair, or that why even bother, or how can I ever become successful? And all of that money stuff is stuff that we're going to need to work on, and I'll tell you more about that later. But I just wanted to do some of these tests, and these are some tests that you can do with your clients to help them realize that they need help with the inner work. Because I believe that 90% of success, over 90% of our success, is inner work success. Let me do that again. Hang on, I just need to make sure yeah. So out of everything that I shared, the 5-step client breakthrough system, if you, out of all of them, being able to help people work through their doubts and fears, and again, that all of our fears are fears of feelings, this is the important stuff. All right, let's move on. I'll have some stuff to do with you guys and to help you with around mastering your mind and emotions around money specifically. I'll tell you more about in the bonus section at the end. And I think I'm going to demonstrate some of these inner healing techniques that we use in the bonus session too, depending on how much time we have for that. Okay, let's keep going on the client multiplier system. So number one, you get a client, right? Then when you get your client, you wow your client. Then when you are working with your client over the long term, you're helping them get great results by following the 5-step client breakthrough system. Then once you are getting great results with your clients, you want to get great testimonials. So if you've ever done great work with a client and then they didn't give you a testimonial at all, or you like had to pester them and follow and and then they finally gave you a testimonial, it wasn't very powerful, this is going to solve all that. There's 2 great shortcuts to getting great testimonials. One of the challenges that yes, like having my crystals around me, I know, maybe seem like a weirdo, but hey, it's working, right? So there's 2 shortcuts to getting great testimonials. A lot of times clients don't know what to say. They don't know what would make for a great testimonial, so they don't know what to say and do. So the 2 shortcuts are, number one, you could just write a testimonial for them. Well, is that cheating? Are you putting words in their mouth? Trust me, it is a breath of fresh air for a client to not have to figure out what to say, to praise you. So you could write it for them based on what you have seen them do, based on where you saw that they started and where they are now, and the things that you helped them with. You could write a testimonial for them and say, you could ask them and just, well, there's two ways to do it. So I'll share the other one. But but if they're busy and you don't, it's like, hey, I wanted to get a great testimonial from you. And a lot of times my clients get amazing results working with me, but then they have a hard time expressing it and really explaining how, the magic happens and what all changed for them. So what some clients prefer is for me to just write up a draft for them. And then that's something they could either just sign off on or tweak. Would you like me to do that for you? And a lot of people will be, yes, please, thank you, that'd be great. And then of course they get to prove it, right? So the other way is that you can interview them by asking specific questions. Here are the questions to ask for a great testimonial. What would, if you're going to want, this question will modify based on what kind of coaching you do, right? If you're a life coach or a career coach or a business coach or a weight loss coach, you can, right? What was your health and fitness like before we started working together? What was your business like, right? What was your dating life like before we started working together? What were your biggest frustrations? What we want to do is we want to create a really strong before and after picture. Right? Before things were like this, and now things are like this. And what did it feel like before? Oh gosh, my biggest frustration. So before, what was your dating life like before we worked together? Well, I was single. I was trying to date a lot. I'd get some dates. They didn't work out very well. I was spending a ton of time and energy on dating, and it felt like it was going nowhere. I was lonely, sad, frustrated. What were your biggest frustrations? Oh gosh, getting invited to holiday parties and not having a +1, going to the movies by myself, having to sleep alone, right? What was the worst part about it? The worst part about it was just feeling like, I don't know if I'm ever going to find somebody, that maybe there was just something wrong with me. What made the biggest difference while working together? Well, first of all, you helped me realize that I'm a catch, that there's not something wrong with me, that dating is a, skill set in and of itself, right? You need a certain skill set for dating, and then you need a certain skill set for having a relationship. And, having been in a long-term relationship, my relationship skills were good, but my dating skills weren't good. And so you helped me with those. And how are things now? Now I have more dates than I can handle. I have somebody that I'm dating that seems like it's going to be, a great long-term relationship, but I have more options now. I have girls chasing after me. What's the best part about it? Feeling confident in myself again, feeling hopeful, and just having an exciting love life beyond my wildest dreams. How do you feel about the way things are now? I think they're amazing. I couldn't be more thrilled. Working with you has been one of the best things that I've ever done. So what would you tell anyone else that's thinking about working with me? I would tell them they should hire you instantly, as fast as they can, to the highest level they can possibly invest with you. Buy your programs, study your courses, go to your events. And if they actually get a chance to work with you one-on-one, take it. And obviously that works for any niche market, right? What was your business like before we worked together? Well, it was struggling, I grew to a certain point, but I couldn't grow anymore. It was kind of like, going up and down, but not like in a high, an upward direction, and somewhat even in a downward direction. My biggest frustrations were I knew we had great products and services, but we just weren't getting them in front of enough people. Worst part about it was the insecurity about, my finances and not knowing, how things were going to if things were going to get better or worse, or how much worse things could end up getting. What made the biggest difference while working with me? Well, you helped me dial in our social media marketing as well as our overall marketing, refine our marketing message, and helped me take all these new prospective clients and turn them into high-paying clients. How are things now? Now our business has grown faster than ever before. We made the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in America. Best part about how things are going now is that I just see an upward trajectory from here on out. Cash flow is good. Profits are record highs. I couldn't be more happy with the way things are now. What would I tell anyone that's thinking about working with me? I would say, get started, go for it. It's the best thing I've ever done. Okay, so that's the testimonial formula. And then the fourth step of the client multiplier system is to make it easy for clients to tell people about you. Is there anybody here? Raise your hand if you've ever been to a local networking event like Chamber of Commerce or BNI, and you network, but you have found it difficult for people to like pass you leads. So I used to belong to all those things, Chambers of Commerce and BNI and LaTip. It's where you refer customers to the people in the group, and the people in the group refer customers to you. So if you know somebody who needs a mortgage, you're like, oh, hey, you should talk to my friend Pete. And then you pass on a lead, or hey, Pete, go call my friend John who's looking for a mortgage, right? And so you pass leads, but it's difficult for anybody to pass leads to a coach. Even if you're there with a bunch of business owners and you're a business coach, it can be difficult for people to pass leads, or a dating coach, or any kind of coach. It can be difficult for people to pass somebody that wants to, lose weight or find love, right? Or grow their business. It's difficult for people to pass a lead and say, hey, this person wants to work with you. So what you want to do instead, and the same is true for your clients, it's like, even if they're your client already and they love you, it's hard for them to say, oh, hey, go hire Joe. Sometimes they do that, and sometimes they can do that. But what makes it way easier is to have something of great value that your raving fan clients can easily like and share with other people. It could be a webinar, it could be a book, it could be a social media channel where people are just like, oh my God, check out my coach, just go watch his stuff. It could be a checklist, it could be a video, it could be any sort of a special freebie, but it's a lot easier to refer people to go get a free thing than it is to refer people to go hire you as a coach. What you could do, you could have a book, you could have a report, you could have a video, you could have something where people don't have to opt in for it. They go check that thing out. And then once they're checking that thing out, then within the thing that they're doing, whether it's a webinar or a book or social media channel, then once they're there, then you can have a call to action to like go opt in to get on your email list, or opt in to have a free session with you. Or you could even have people opting in for the thing. It could also be a workshop in your area. Makes a great referral. If you're doing local networking to grow your business, having a local in-person workshop is a great thing for people to refer people to. And you can give this bonus content that's actually from my client attraction and money making mastery program. We actually have a whole strategy called Stone Soup, where you can get your workshops, you can get everybody else to fill your workshops for you, your live local workshops. And what you can do is you can give referral partners or JV partners, people who already have your audience, you can give them free tickets to your in-person workshop. And that's a great way for people to send you clients. You can find these super referrers or joint venture partners that can tell hundreds, thousands, or even millions of people about you. These people can send you tons of clients. That's how you can turn one client into potentially hundreds more. I have many people who have sent me hundreds of clients over the years. And you want to make it easy for people to tell people about you. All right, so that is the client multiplier system. What have you found most valuable about our session so far today? Because I have more content that we're going to share that's only for people who are here live. But before we get into the bonus content, please post in the chat, what have you found most valuable about our time together here? The testimony questions. Inner work is important. Great clarity in my presentation. 5-step client breakthrough system is some people's favorite. The overall client multiplier system. The interview questions. Be referable. Make it easy to share. 5-step plan is great. JVs, reminder of the 5 steps. Referrals to freebies. People may benefit, but still not give a testimonial or a referral. So we need to help them. Make it easy. Got to address our money stuff. Help our clients master their minds and emotions. The environment, yes, that's a good one. Like a lot of people don't think about that. I remember my mom and my brother came out to visit me, and we were going out to eat a lot, which I go out to eat a lot anyway. But we would go out to eat a lot, and they'd be like, "Oh, should we get this? Should we eat that? Should we have this? Should we splurge?" And they're like, "Oh, we're on vacation." So then they were like splurging and splurging for that like week and a half. And but I wasn't on vacation. But I was swept up in the way they were eating. And so I was splurging too. And I noticed after they left, I'd gained some weight. The environment is really powerful. I love the inner work around money, cleaning up environment. Awesome. All right, great. Yeah, does anybody have issues asking people for the money or talking about money with potential clients? Yeah. Rochelle likes wowing our clients. Yeah, we want to engineer the wow. Think about how to wow them. All right, so we're going to talk about helping our clients. We're going to talk about the 5-step client breakthrough system a little bit more. And we're going to talk about how to clear our mind of, or how to heal the money stuff, right? How to master our mind and emotions, especially around money. So we're going to do that as we move into the next part of our training. And this is where we're going to end for the people who are here on the recording only. Goodbye. I hope you loved it. If you're here live, then stay tuned because we have more to go.